Hey guys, Shinigami Sam here to do a review on Bleach chapter 678. Now, I know some guys are obviously going to be hating on this chapter. Me personally, I liked it. But of course, as a typical Bleach fan, as a typical Ichigo fanboy, I have to be a bit salty from this chapter. But ultimately, I think this chapter was best. And I'll explain my reasons obviously in depth in this review. But so in summary, my reasons why this was a good chapter was 1, unpredictability. 2, it actually builds up Yhwach's character, like we're actually more afraid of him. 3, like Ichigo, like we're more connected now, in my opinion. So let's get down to the greatness that is this chapter. Now, I know some people are a bit salty. Me, myself included, that was my first reaction whilst I was reading this chapter. But what I'm saying to myself, what I'm going to say now, is you guys need to have a bit more faith in Kubo. Kubo knows what he's doing. Some people, it kind of annoys me to a degree, but the majority think Kubo just writes from, week to week. So he's just like, what am I going to do in this chapter? Like, the man's got it thought out. The man knows what he's doing. I know people always say like, oh yeah, it's Kubo, he's always writing, all that kind of stuff. No, like, calm down. Take it easy. It's going to be okay. Now, this chapter, props, I'd say, which was so good, was it actually made me feel like, it gave me the vibes of when Ichigo was fighting Ukiura. And those vibes were just like, it was utter like I was on the edge of my seat because I was wondering how is Ichigo then gonna defeat this guy. Now, this chapter kind of brought back some of my feelings of that nostalgia, some of the greatness why I love Bleach. Because ultimately, that's one of the reasons why I love Bleach so much, because Ichigo's always stacked against the odds, yet he always managed to overcome it, and it weren't for like the power of friendship or some kind of thing. And I wouldn't say it was always like an arse pull, but like the way he managed to overcome it, it got me so much more excited in his character. It got me so much more excited in this series itself. Now I know in this chapter we were all excited for his Bankai. We were all anticipating what his Bankai was. I was even thinking to make a discussion what his Bankai can be. Now, I know, I was not the only one who, when we saw this page, literally, you see Tensa Zangetsu, that whole widespread page, and you see the next page, and you're like, wait, what is going on? I thought, some people were thinking, me, myself, I thought it was just like, hang on, wait, is some fan art coming in? So you know when you have to go to the previous page, because it's just like, no, it can't be. But no, props to what Yhwach done. Ichigo got taken out in a second. Ichigo got defeated, you could say, even before he managed to use his ability of his Bankai. Now, I know you guys must be annoyed. I know some of you guys may be annoyed how, oh, we didn't get to see Ichigo's true Bankai. The fact that his sword is broken means that a Bankai can never return to its original form. It can never become as strong as it originally was. I know that we've been waiting for how many years for Ichigo's Bankai. The fact that he went through a whole training with the Zero Division to reforge his Bankai, and as soon as he comes back into the battlefield, it's broken. And not how you guys must feel, because that's how I felt when I first read this chapter. But I just need to just make you guys think like, it'll be okay. Like Kubo's got something planned for us. It's gonna be mad in the next couple of chapters. Now, I really do like this whole thing of Ichigo's Bankai being broken. Now, I'm really loosely on the term saying broken because I feel like Kubo is just blown our minds right now. Mainly because when you see the chapter, first of all, you get little hints, and Kubo likes to give us a little hints. His writing is actually mad if you guys truly dive into it. Now, Kubo says something when it's just like, when Yhwach's just like, oh, I saw through the future and I broke it, or something like that. It says this term was like extremely vague or ambiguous. Now, we don't know if it was vague around I can see through the future, or if it was vague where I broke his Sanpakuto. Now, I would. It's a tough decision. It's honestly. I don't know if I would. I'd say for reasons such as story development and just unpredictability and just interest. I'd say that Ichigo's Bankai is broken. That we're not going to see him either use Bankai ever again. And we need to understand, just because Ichigo hasn't got a Bankai doesn't mean that all his powers have gone out. We do need to remember the fact that, one, he's got, what's it called? He has Quincy abilities now. he's got Busted Lorde still in him, so well, maybe there's another, maybe he'll reach Segunda Etapas. We do not know. But the fact what this chapter solidified was that Ichigo, with a Bankai or without, Ichigo can't defeat Yhwach by power alone. And we need to understand that, because we saw in this chapter, Kubo was reinforcing it to us. Ichigo's sword got broken, his horn got broken. Even though Orihime blocked the attack, the man still got sliced. So we need to understand that this is true despair. This is what we're feeling, and that's what Kubo's trying to show us. He's trying to show that Yhwach is an actual villain to be afraid of. He's something that you should be fearful of, and he can't be defeated easily, because what Kubo has basically done, he's made the readers have no clue of how Yhwach's going to be defeated. Now, obviously there can be theories of how Yhwach may be defeated. Either way, I can tell you for a fact that with this chapter, it's opened people's mouths. Maybe both positively or negatively. In my opinion, some people just need to take it easy and actually understand how awesome this chapter was. Because one, I love this chapter. In my opinion, I thought it was an amazing chapter. And the fact that Ichigo's Bankai got broken, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Because we see Ichigo, he was talking about despair, and Ichigo's getting pushed to another level of despair. His Bankai is broken this second time. It was within a fraction of a second. You need to understand that. That's why this whole chapter, it didn't seem real, because everything was happening too fast. So with that, we need to understand who's going to defeat Yhwach. Now, I do obviously have a theory about that, and that's my man Aizen. Now, I don't want to go too much into Aizen, because obviously Aizen wasn't even in this chapter, but I do think Aizen's going to come in a couple of chapters. Aizen has to, in my opinion, to combat Yhwach. To be fair, from the start, I always thought Ichigo cannot defeat Yhwach, because Yhwach's too powerful, and we find out in this chapter that Yhwach, the true ability of the Almighty, is the power to transform the future. Not just to see it, but to transform it. So he manipulates the future to his will pretty much. He can control it. And that makes so much sense, because when you look back on the fights, for example, when Yhwach was fighting Ichigo, and Ichigo put up all these attacks and it was gone in a second, it was just destroyed. I never understood how, because all he was just saying is, once I activate my ability, all powers are mine and all that kind of stuff. So I never really truly understood it. But now we found out Yhwach's ability. That was awesome, because we see, by looking back, in what's the word, retrospective. Now looking back in retrospect, seeing how Yhwach's been fighting for the previous battles, it gives that more heightened sense of fear, in my opinion, because it shows that, like, Yhwach weren't even fighting seriously at that point. Now, what I did find funny in this chapter when Yhwach was just like, your Bankai is a truly fearsome Bankai, to each guy. I was just like, thanks Yhwach, wish we could have seen it too. But like, I know people are going to be salty about that, but I do feel like it was the best option, because picture this, would you have wanted Ichigo to go Bankai and kick Yhwach's ass? That would have been such of an ass pull. That would have been in the level of freaking the now, bringing out that God Sword. That would have been disgustingly unbelievable. Now, I'm liking this option better, because one, unpredictability. Two, Aizen may come in. Three, Ichigo's truly being brought up to the ropes right now, so we need to see what, we need to find out what Ichigo has got left to give. And we need to understand the fact is that even if Ichigo does go, well, let's say he does have a Singundas Etapas, or let's say he brings out, I don't know, some other ability, it still won't defeat Yhwach, so we still need, I can tell you that in a couple of chapters, we're going to get a lot of story development in a way of how to actually combat Yhwach's the almighty ability. Now, I've got this, the Bleach, one of the character books. This is the first one. And as I was reading this chapter, I got a mad, deja vu. I was just like, and the previous chapter, because I read the previous chapter again today, and the whole thing about the sand, I was just like, hang on, where have I seen sand before? And then this made me bring out this bad guy, and Kubo does something. He says, let me just try and find that page for a second, sorry guys. Okay, so there's a quote, and this would be my favourite quote since the start of Bleach. I read this ages ago, because when I first finished the Bleach anime, when I finished that, I started the manga. And I didn't start the manga from where the anime left off. I actually read the manga from chapter 1 because I wanted to compare it with the anime, because I just wanted more of that Bleach awesome's greatness. Like, honestly, it was unbelievable. But now, the fact that I finished the Bleach manga, finished Bleach manga, had to take it easy. The fact that I finished the anime and I was up to date with the manga, I was just like, okay, what am I gonna do now? So I searched quotes. I searched Aizen's quotes. I searched like freaking Tashira's quotes, Orihime's, Ryukyu's, and Ichigo's, and I came to this quote a couple of years back, and it says wait. Does it start? No, okay. So it starts, it spins. The sand. The world changes. It turns each time it touches the sun and the moon. It takes shape. The one thing that does not change is my powerlessness. It's turning. If fate is a milestone, then we are the grist. There is nothing we can do. So I wish for strength. If I cannot protect them from the will, then give me a strong blade and enough strength to shatter fate. Now, okay, that really made me think of this in these past couple of recent chapters, and it also makes me think of a way to the future of our but maybe not of a way to the future of a way of maybe that just shows how great Kubo's foreshadowing is at that point in time. Now, I do feel like in the series, the future and fate is a totally different thing, in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to make a discussion video about this or something like that. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm gonna have to make a video about that because there is a link somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but the fact that Ichigo obviously is saying about his powerlessness, it shows that Ichigo is gonna progress. Ichigo is gonna improve, and that was my point of bringing this up, because the fact that he's asking now, who knows? He may be just telling it to himself. But what if he's actually asking someone? We do not know. Maybe I know there's theories about Ichigo becoming the new Soul King and all that kind of stuff. But let's not actually talk about that. Let's just notice the fact that Kubo foreshadowed this from the start of Bleach, you could say, because of one, he planned something like this to happen, and two, Ichigo was going to be faced against an impossible odds, an impossible feat, yet in the end he will overcome it. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of that. Now tell me what's coming below. Tell me how you felt from this chapter. In my opinion, Tensa Zangetsu, the Bankai looked awesome. I really did love the design of it, how it was just like massive like that. Now obviously there's not really a point to analyze it, because if the Bankai is broken, I'll probably write stuff down in the description below, so always check the description in my videos, because I always go into some deep analysis as well. So check the description. Tell me what you thought about this chapter in the comments below. I'll see you next week for that greatness. That is Bleach chapter 679. I can promise you I have no clue what's happening next. Hopefully Aizen may come out. Who knows? Now, if you like anything that I had to say in this review, drop a like. That would be greatly appreciated. And for the greatness, I'll see you next week. Goodbye.